Sam, well bowled today. The first five of the season, from the boundary it looked as though you picked up where you left off last year.
Yeah, it's nice obviously picking up an early five, but from a personal point of view obviously it's a nice start to getting back to Chelmsford as well, familiar conditions, and trying to pick off where we left off last year.
And without having the stats to hand, it seems as though for the past number of years you've picked up a majority of your wickets, bowled or LB, and 3 of your 5 today we're going to go on to hit the stumps. Is that something you particularly work on, kind of keeping that off middle stump line, whereas others look for kind of the 4th or 5th stump?
I think potentially. I think for me, the way I view it is if you're attacking the stumps, you bring in as many modes of dismissal into play as you can. If you sort of bowl more of a channel line, you are bowling for one mode of dismissal, but there's times in cricket where you've got to be able to have versatility to do different things and change different plans. So I think for me, most of the time here it is attacking the stumps, but there was periods today where we had to go slightly away from that. When the bat starts sort of coming down the wicket, you have to maybe bowl more channel, but it's trying to be adaptable and reading the situation and bowling smart. Yeah,
and on the state of the game, sitting on 98 for 3 overnight, that surely represents a good day against a strong Lancashire side.
100%. I think the way Critch and Dan played at the end there was phenomenal. I think to get us into a position at 97 for 3 where we can go on and try and put on a good first innings score puts us in a commanding position, but we know there's obviously a lot of work to do tomorrow to earn the right to do that. They've got quality bowling attack, like you say. It's a strong Lanc side, but we're confident in our batting lineup and the guys we've got in that dressing room to pile them on tomorrow.
Dan Lawrence and Matt Critchley, the overnight batters, again played really crucial knocks here, and at a moment where Lancashire were threatening to gain the upper hand. After lean years last year, by their high standards, their early season form, that's really encouraging, isn't it, for the team's prospects?
Yeah, 100%. They're obviously two high quality players, and I think the way they played there, especially against the calibre of bowlers, particularly Jimmy, that they've got in that lineup, the way they sort of weathered the storm there was testament to their ability and how well they played. Obviously Dan coming off a really strong win to his involvement with England, there's no sort of secret as to why he's in that position and he's in that England fold, so I think he showed his quality there. But Critch as well, Critch has been phenomenal coming into the dressing room and coming in the way he is his cricket, his ball. So we saw glimpses of that last year, but like you said, I think he's really in a position to kick on now and put in a big season with the bat.
And a word for Doug Bracewell as well, who hit the ground running and seemed to be bowling really sharply and actually extracted a lot of bounce from this wicket.
Yeah, massively. I think he's really, we were chatting out there, he sort of brought a slightly different dimension to our bowling attack, which we've obviously got myself, Ports and Shane, Benny as well, who's done brilliantly last week and last year, but we're all relatively similar bowlers in terms of our sort of pace and what we try to do. So bringing in Doug, who's got that bit more pace and bounce, comes from sort of playing in Test cricket as well. He's got that experience, so he was phenomenal today. I think he could have easily picked up sort of 4 or 5 wickets easily in that first spell, the way he bowled. So really excited to have him in, and he's a great lad as well. He's fitted in really, really well. And
finally, a stat posted earlier in the week, I don't know if you saw it, which showed that since 1990 you have the second lowest bowling average in the county championship, second only to Murray. That's above the likes of Courtney Walsh and Curtly Ambrose. With numbers like that, does it make setting stats-based goals harder, and do you kind of look for goals, I guess, beyond the numbers, beyond picking up 50 wickets at under 20 this year?
I mean, obviously, like seeing that, you're hard like not to smile and enjoy it, because it's something I'm proud of, and to be put in a sort of, to be named with any of those guys is something I'd never have dreamed of. So, but in terms of like the day-to-day stuff, I don't try and look at that too much, but I just try and bowl the ball in for as simple as it is. I think the more simple you keep it, and if you attack the situation in front of you, that's how you end up picking up wickets and succeeding. So that's what I try to do anyway. And yeah, I wouldn't say I'm set stats-based goals at all, no.